Christmas is exactly 1 week away, and UPS is working overtime to get gifts delivered in time. People are tweeting about drivers using their own vehicles to deliver last-minute gifts. Here's Liza Lucas to verify if that's really happening.
The deadline for deliveries is on, and with the push to get packages to customers on time, we've seen questions about whether UPS is using drivers and personal vehicles to get the job done. So let's verify. UPS says during peak holiday season, the company does everything they can to be as flexible as possible so that they can deliver for customers. That means using full-time, part-time, and seasonal employees. The company says the majority of deliveries are made in the well-known branded vehicles with UPS uniformed drivers. But the holiday brings more helpers. UPS verified some jobs are done by seasonal employees who drive their own personal vehicles. The gig offers flexibility plus helps UPS deal with increased workload. According to UPS, these drivers are specially trained and their vehicles are confirmed to be appropriate for their routes. Those drivers still wear a standard UPS uniform. And as a reminder, the company says UPS does not deliver directly into homes. Drivers are never instructed or permitted to cross a threshold into a residential property. We also checked in with FedEx. The company says the majority of deliveries are completed using a FedEx branded vehicle, telling us during the holiday season, rental vehicles may also be added to help with package volume. FedEx employees will wear a photo ID badge when making deliveries.
Okay, key points in there. UPS, they are wearing their uniforms and the others wearing their badges, all for safety purposes. If you have a question for our Verify team, email us at verify@khou.com or tag us on Twitter or Facebook.